Hey folks, welcome back to Trials and Tribulations.
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness?
Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge?
Well, it seems as if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony.
I have no problem with that. But when you see what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown.
In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
Yeah, this ought to be good. Welcome back, everyone. I mean, after finding out something like this, that she's really here, there's no going back from that. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. I see.
So that means you really are...
Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay? Yeah, then what the hell happened? Yes. You have a problem with that? Don't give us that shit. There's no way that...
Watch yourself, Wright. If you've got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules.
Well, I guess he's not wrong in the way that even though Phoenix is having a hard time, he shouldn't lose it. He needs to keep it together.
Mr. Godot is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well.
Uh-huh. To kill Maya. Could it be true? Right, okay. So yeah, I'm also confused, because I'm trying to picture it in my head how this was supposed to have gone. Oh, you know what? Okay, because I was thinking about Morgan's instructions. It did say that Pearl needed to roast the master, you know, so that could have been either Maya or Misty. Anyway, okay, we might have to press about a lot of this stuff because I can't see any contradictions. Because all this is new information anyway. Well, let's just see what we say. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year. She was transferred to the same detention center as me. Ew. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her.
I see. So that's when you discussed the plan?
Huh. Are you crazy? At first that woman was planning to kill me as well. Wait, what? Why? Even though I'm her own daughter. All to make Pearl Fay the Master of Khura'in. Oh. But okay... I guess I just don't get that part, because we all know that Pearl's really powerful, right? Wouldn't she have been the next master anyway, aside from Maya? She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan.
Plan, huh?
Right, okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry if there's a little blip there. I had to adjust some things. Okay, let's keep pressing, I guess, because until we find something. You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? Yes. Though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
You and your twin sister, Iris.
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's what I thought. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father.
Abandoned?
The only person I ever really cared about in my life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
You mean Iris?
Yes. My father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
How horrible.
The really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman.
I mean, as evil as Dahlia is, she's not wrong. If it weren't for her, maybe she wouldn't have turned out like this, right?
It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Faye. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, unfortunately for her. Morgan Faye heaped all of her broken dreams and hopes onto that poor child's back.
Huh.
All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family.
Was that just some compassion I saw? Some empathy, maybe? I mean, it is true that... Yeah, poor Pearl, you know? It's horrible. Maya would have to die, but why? Yeah, that I don't really get.
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master, the remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl.
That's probably true.
The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Faye as well.
How could anyone do that? I mean, I know it's hard to believe, but it's also not hard to believe, right? I mean, Phoenix should know he's dealt with a lot of terrible people. Shouldn't be much of a surprise. See, this is also confusing for me, because remember back in the second game, when, yeah, it would have been really convenient for her to have Maya go to jail for murder. I get that's kind of what's happening now, but, like, why wasn't that the original plan? Not that it should have been the original plan, I'm just curious. You were going to kill Maya?
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead. And there's nothing any of you can do... Nothing any of you can do to me.
Jesus. Sorry. So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin. On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think I was Iris had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway.
But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she?
Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Oh, wait a minute, you know what? Iris did say something about betraying her or something. Like she'd done something terrible to Dahlia and she was really sorry, right? What is she talking about?
You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway.
Right, things are kind of working out for you. You think the plan was a success?
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fey.
We don't know that yet. That's absurd. Maya is just... She's just trapped. Trapped inside the sacred cavern. Or maybe she's not.
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my dear, darling Feeny?
Don't call him that.
Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people.
Phoenix, don't let her get to you. I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan? I mean, yeah, if you thought she was so horrible, why'd you go along with it, right?
I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point. No value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes. It was certainly nothing to be proud of.
If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out, exactly? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are.
Gee, thanks.
You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me, why?
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
What'd you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead. Oh. Okay, yeah, wait a minute. No. Hold on. If we take Shit.
Do you understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was?
I think I do. Because if we take Morgan Fay out of the equation, what other connection does she have to this family? Where did we first see her? I think I know what it is. I mean, yeah, she sent you away, didn't she? And maybe if she were alive, you'd be killing her instead. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself?
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either.
Yeah. You wanted to take revenge on someone.
I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey.
I somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge wasn't possible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Yes. And I realized There's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how do you do that?
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever.
Well, I guess that's not wrong. We know that Mia is always watching over us.
I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own 2 hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that you would kill Maya. Your goal was no different than of Morgan Fey. Yeah, this family really is something else. Yeah. As they say, the apple doesn't far fall from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me. That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon-warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
Wait. What? But why would she do that? What?
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing.
Wait, did Dahlia figure that out? That she was channeled by the wrong person? Wait.
She left Maya Fey at the inner temple, and wobbled back clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I'd hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
What? So, then you're saying you stabbed Maya? What? Okay, but that doesn't make sense. Then how the hell did Elisa's body get killed? What?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory.
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute. Maya Fey must have stabbed me, I'm sure of it.
Wow, great. Yeah, that, uh-huh. That makes a lot of sense. What? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a french fry with a plastic fork.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. I mean, are we really taking this as truth, though? Because this is Dahlia, though. Like, why wouldn't she lie? I could just be in denial, but this just... Again, this is like out of the blue. Why are we finding this out now that you were channeled by Misty? What?
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own 2 hands. My very last memory was... Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. I somehow had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself.
Oh, so someone took her there. Okay, but that doesn't make sense, though, because if she was in Elise's body, that means that Elise's body would have been found there, maybe? Wait, what? Okay, no. See, none of this is making sense to me. That means that after... If she really was channeled by Misty, then someone must have channeled her after that, but then who's that person? Right? Because she's clearly not in Elise's body anymore, if Elise is dead and we saw her. Or Misty or whatever, right? Okay, wait a minute.
Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead, and I swore I would return to the underworld until I knew I'd killed her myself.
Oh, well, so she did go to hell. Okay, well... at least that turned out the right way, huh? For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible, but it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted when I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who? Could it have been... Maya?
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge, so I made sure to hide myself out of the back of the secret cavern.
Right, okay. That morning, only 2 people could have gone to the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Early in the morning? What happened early in the morning? Okay, because... Because we know that Pearls went to the training hall, didn't she? Because that's how the fucking gravy... Remember, the fucking gravy got on the scroll. So maybe it was Pearl that walked in? I don't know at what time she walked in, but that did happen. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll and gravy. There, okay. So maybe it was Pearl that almost saw you? And also, yeah, Pearl didn't channel her that night, so... Which means someone else did.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
After that big earthquake, she showed up. All by herself.
The real Iris. Oh.
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out of the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place.
Oh. Oh. That's horrible.
I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that summoned me. I assumed that it was Pearl Fey.
And it wasn't.
Well, of course you wouldn't have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was... Misty Fey, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it?
I don't know why she would do that. Or how she would know to do that. Did she know about the plan beforehand?
After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own two hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is...
Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
I just don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. Okay, wait a minute. Because I was thinking too that, like, if Maya had that horrified look on her face, maybe she saw her mother stab herself? When really it was Dahlia stabbing her mother's body while being in... Does that make sense? Am I making any sense at all? Like maybe Dahlia, like, knew she was in... Like, she knew she was in Misty's body and then, like, stabbed herself? But then she did just say that she just assumed that she was Pearl. She didn't realize she was Misty until later, so... Yeah, I don't know. Someone clear this up for me, please.
Order in the court, what is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fey's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
Ridiculous. That's bullshit.
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fey has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Well, that doesn't really mean anything still. Huh?
The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be.
I mean, Are we thinking of the same place? Because I did have an idea that occurred to me just a little bit ago. I don't know if you caught it. But I'm thinking that maybe there is one place she could be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of Eagle River. Where else?
No, that's horseshit. No, that's not the place I was thinking of.
Eagle River?
Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that?
No, wait a minute. Maya didn't know that was her mom. How could she have known?
That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever.
No. I don't believe that either, because again, we already established that Maya couldn't have known that was her mom.
So, what do you have to say now, Feeny?
No, Phoenix, don't let her get to you, okay? She's trying to throw you off. She's trying to get in your head. Are we gonna get that? Oh, it's... Oh, sorry, it's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Godot here. Okay, thanks. Huh?
Was it something important?
They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. Oh, that's right, they were still working on that. That's great. What about Maya? She's not in there, isn't she? Is she? There was a woman in the cave.
Was it Maya Fey?
It was the accused. Sister Iris. Right. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that part was true. That's where Iris went when they switched places. But yeah, that doesn't, answer the question that I've been wanting to answer for the past few minutes. I think I know where Maya is.
Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that.
So, what about Maya? Where is she?
Phoenix.
I wonder if Godot knows too.
There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern.
No, it can't be.
I told you, didn't I? She's dead.
No.
No, Phoenix.
She's just a fucking liar. Dahlia just lies, okay? That can't be true.
It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end.
You can't— what?
Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise Donham, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey.
No.
Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death to the raging waters of the Eagle River.
Wait a minute, raging waters? There's just so— No, Phoenix. Like, I get how you must be feeling right now, but if you can look past the emotions of this, there's so much wrong with this. There's no way.
Huh.
Do you think he caught on too?
Tried. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth, no matter how improbable it may seem. What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot? According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River.
Which, again, can't be true because where the hell's the body then? You can't just say that shit without proving it.
However, is that really the truth?
Yeah, he knows, I think.
Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden.
That's right, yeah.
Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side, near the bridge.
That's right. That's where she jumped from.
But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump from the river from there.
Oh, maybe we should look at the map.
Don't get your panties all twisted up, Wright. Just relax and think through the whole thing again.
So it's impossible. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River.
Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim?
Oh, shit. Okay, well, let's look around. That's not it. And that's not it either. Isn't there a map somewhere? Unless I just missed it? Oh, that's what it is. Okay, that's why I was confused about the phrase raging waters, because, like, I didn't realize there's, like, actual water in that river anymore. I guess I was under the assumption that maybe it had dried up over time, but it is true that there is, like, a bit of land peeking out there. If she jumped from that side, she would have fallen into, like, rocks and dirt. You know, which is not only painful, but we would have found her. She would have been right there. God damn, I think this is it. It's impossible to jump into Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness.
What did you say?
11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Oh my god, that's right. You sneaky little bitch. Just take a look at this overhead map. That's right. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf.
Oh, You're right.
She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo.
Huh. So you finally figured it out.
You... No!
Order! Order!
You're just playing with me. Maya Fei's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding.
No, I think there is. Miss Hawthorne. Have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Oh, I wonder if he's catching on too.
Yes, just a few minutes ago.
Maya Fei wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River.
Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities.
Now, although it seems improbable, there is still one other place she could be.
What? What is this one?
I think this is it.
What is this one possibility you were talking about?
That's obviously a bluff. So where's the dead body then,
She's not dead. She's not dead. I think the pieces are finally falling into place. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instance? And now I'm wondering, did y'all catch on to it too? I think she's right here. Because who else's body could that be? There's only one possibility left. Namely, she is right here in this very courtroom.
What?
My face here. You say she's here in my courtroom.
Dahlia Hawthorne? I seem to recall that you said. I had misunderstood one thing, you see?
So what?
I think there's one thing you misunderstood. One more thing.
What do you mean?
Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne?
Why, that's obvious. It's Pearl Fei, that pathetic little sniveling runt.
You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it.
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened.
Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did. But who?
Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime, but she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I mean, I didn't even think about that. I mean, the night of the crime is one thing, but the morning after I should have caught on. Because that means that she was still being possessed by someone. Damn it. I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now, am I correct?
Oh!
It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. Oh my god. You're shitting me. Is it really her? How did she know? Did Pearl say something to her? I don't understand. This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Fey is gone. There's only one possibility left.
Come on already, I can't stand the tension.
Dahlia Hawthorne? The person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey.
What? What?
But how could that be? Remember what this witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, said about her goal. She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her...
Oh. To throw her off.
Well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be?
It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. To protect herself from you.
To protect herself? From me?
Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path back to Hazakura was closed off, and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide?
Oh! You mean... that's when she channeled me.
All this time you thought you had been channeled by Pearl. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. God damn, that's clever. Oh my god, Maya. That's so insanely brave, too.
Don't say that! You're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp. Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious?
Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue to escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple.
I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea?
Oh. Was it her? The same one that gives us a lot of good ideas.
Me, of course.
Oh my god! Oh, Mia, you're beautiful. Oh, I didn't think I'd see her again, I really didn't. Mia. It was her.
Mia Fey! It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
So it's true. It was you.
Yes.
Huh. You're something else.
Oh yeah, he must recognize her.
But what are you doing here?
That hair. It's Pearl's, right?
Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the Inner Temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you.
She did. Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed.
When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that? I can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear.
And that was...
I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free.
Free? What do you mean?
It was a race against time. So I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible. And lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived.
So it was Maya who put the lock on there.
Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things?
If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Fey.
I mean, I'm just wondering how Mia heard about all this. Where did she learn this? Pearls.
Yes. Pearls didn't properly understand the plan, so all she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Fey's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly.
So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Fey to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
How dare you! I won't forget this.
Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure.
Yes. Another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say?
Wow. To go all that way, even beyond the grave. And you still fucking lost.
What do you mean by another?
Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes. Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. Yeah, get her, Phoenix.
What? How dare you?
11 years ago. The fake kidnapping. Your very first crime. You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but... After Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed.
Shut your mouth! That wasn't my fault. It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman.
And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... Right. You wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you. But it's no longer funny.
You! Wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face!
And now this. You messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape. Even though she was right there in front of you.
Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! You spinster! I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would. And if only you had gotten this spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death.
And that's her fucking problem because why?
True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me.
That's right.
What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity.
God, she's such a badass. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead.
What about it?
Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on. Forever.
That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to recover from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne. A miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there is no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you is burned to a crisp. You You're wrong! It can't be! How could I lose to the likes of you?
It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. Oh my god, is this really it? Come on. Oh, ew. Oh, that's, oh. Oh god. Hello? That is terrifying.
I'm not ready. Not ready to go.
Wait, so she's still here? What the hell is happening? Wait, oh. And that's it. Right.
Nick. Sis.
Oh my god.
Now then. I assume you are the real Iris?
Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern.
I must say you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up.
Wait, is that really it? Oh my god.
Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from. She's really gone then.
It seems that Miss J. Fey wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Fey, as well as the young Pearl Fey, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again.
Your Honor?
Yes, what is it?
About this whole spirit medium thing, it's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. I mean, he's got no choice at this point.
Well, to be frank, my younger brother's quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the Quran channeling technique.
Oh yeah, that is the same magazine. Yeah, nice studying,
I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench. And in all that time, I finally learned this one thing.
Attaboy.
Each case is different, and takes place in its own world, if you will.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Good way to put it.
In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ.
Never thought of it that way. Yeah, finally getting some words of wisdom from him, huh?
At any rate, it's time to pass judgment on the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Objection!
I mean, I kind of expected this, because we haven't really answered all the questions, right? It just feels too easy. There's still something left, right?
You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor. What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot?
This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means.
I mean, that's what I figured, because... Okay, yeah, we defeated Dahlia and sent her back to hell, but like... We still don't really know what happened, right? There's still pieces missing.
Right. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony?
Huh? Dahlia's testimony?
I caught up with her in the front of the stone lantern. Then I took up the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
and then she passed out, so...
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed. Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone else.
Yes, that's right. The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Elise Donham. No, Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it. This isn't over.
Oh, Phoenix, how'd you not realize that? We still don't have the answers that we need. I mean, like, we know how things came to be, we know why there were 2 irises running around that night, but no, there's still pieces missing.
Unless someone is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk until there's evidence that proves her innocence.
No way. He's not wrong there.
But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony. The prosecution's ready to call our final witness. Final witness? This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye. Indeed.
Is it really all right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Of course. It's all right, Madam Attorney? Very well then. Who is this final witness? Huh. Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event and will put the final dagger in the case. Someone who saw the murder take place.
Oh, right. I mean, she's finally here, right?
The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes.
You mean Maya? You can't. I mean, she can't testify for what she's just been through. I mean, I don't know if we have a choice.
We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand. Very well. But first, we take a brief recess. We have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial. Hey, Wright. I got something to say to you, so listen up.
What is it?
I don't think much of you as a lawyer.
Gee, thanks, bud.
It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you.
Okay, well, that's not entirely wrong. Okay. But still, what the hell? You got some nerve.
But that's not gonna happen this time. This time. You're gonna have to do this all by yourself.
What?
That's enough. This case is now in recess.
Oh god. Okay, so we're gonna have to let all of that sink in. I mean, as much as I want to finish out the day, I think I need a break. And, after having to voice, the judge and Godot, like, doing all those low voices kind of wrecked my throat a little bit, so I'm gonna rest. And we're gonna take in everything that's happened. You know, and I know that I just said that this case is not over, and that is true. But after dealing with Dahlia, it was like, I was so focused on that I don't even know where we're gonna go from here. I don't even know what exactly we have left to present, and I wonder what Maya's gonna say. Well, anyway, this seems to be nearing the end, and I'm so excited for it, so I hope that you join me in the next episode. And maybe then we'll put this to rest. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.